The trees and Rene Rich. The trees inside are moving out into the forest. The forest that was empty all these days, where no bird could sit, no insect hide, no sun bury its feet in shadow. The forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning. All night the roots work to disengage themselves from the cracks in the veranda floor. The leaves strain towards the glass, small twigs stiff with exertion, long cramped bough shuffling under the roof like newly discharged patients, half dazed, moving to the clinic doors. I sit inside, doors open to the veranda, writing long letters in which I scarcely mention the departure of the forest from the house. The night is fresh, the whole moon shines in a sky still open. The smell of leaves and lichen still reaches like a voice into the rooms. My head is full of whispers, which tomorrow will be silent. Listen, the glass is breaking, the trees are stumbling forward into the night. Winds rush to meet them. The moon is broken like a mirror. Its pieces flash now in the crown of the tallest oak. The Trees by Narrated Rich is a short yet powerful poem that uses the metaphor of trees to explore themes of growth, transformation, and freedom. The poem presents a vivid image of trees as they break free from the confines of their surroundings, symbolizing the potential for change and renewal. The poem begins by describing the trees, which are pictured as actively shedding the restrictions of the environment. The imagery of the trees breaking out of the forest suggests a moment of liberation where the trees are no longer passive but are instead taking action to free themselves. This imagery of release and growth can be seen as symbolic of personal or social transformation. The tree in the poem represent a sense of liberation as they break free from the constraints that have bound them. This release could be seen as a metaphor for personal growth, change, or even political or social freedom. The tree's action of breaking out speaks to the idea of seeking a new life or breaking away from oppressive forces. Cycles of nature and life. The natural world is a central motive in this poem, and Rich often uses nature to comment on broader social and emotional states. The growth of the trees they are reaching for light and freedom speaks to the ongoing cycle of life, death, and renewal. Resistance and empowerment. There's a sense of resistance in the trees. Actions as they push against forces that would keep them confined. This can be interpreted as a metaphor for the fight against social or personal limitations, on the broader struggle of justice and equality. The poem is written in free verse with a fluid structure that mirrors the natural, organic growth of the trees. There is a sense of movement in the lines, which reflects the tree's dynamic actions. The tone of the poem is one of quiet strength and determination. While the poem does not employ dramatic language, the imagery of the trees pushing their way into the world evokes a deep sense of resilience and empowerment. The trees can be interpreted in various ways, depending on the reader's perspectives. It might be seen as a commentary on the struggle for personal autonomy, for broader social movements, particularly those seeking to break free from systemic oppression. Rich often used nature as a metaphor for human struggles, and in this case, the tree's act of breaking free can represent any effort to achieve greater freedom or self determination.